It is campaign season, obviously. A presidential election is just months away, and the media and the right wing are kind of in cahoots. There's certainly a pressure campaign in the Republican Party to try to paint Biden as some kind of a doddering dolt who is senile, who can't get anything together, wanders off during events. This is very common. And it is very common, full court press, if you will, at the hands of Rupert Murdoch's News Corp, Fox News, Wall Street Journal, and the New York Post. If you didn't know that all of them were owned by the same company, now you do. Now you know not to trust the Wall Street Journal, Fox News, obviously, or the New York Post. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Yesterday, Biden was out with a bunch of world leaders at G7. They had some parachutists come in, and I don't know exactly what was going on, but world leaders were there. And there's a moment that New York Post, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to play the original video, the actual video, to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. And then I'll play the edited, the deceptive version to show you the lies. And then it gets passed around all of the news corporations, the different entities, and they run with it as though something's wrong with Biden. And then we end up with a headline like this from the New York Post, the front page that says, "Meander in Chief, Biden embarrasses U.S. with confused wandering at World Conference." This is supposed to be a straight news organization. I mean, we all know it's not. We all know it's propaganda. But people on the right, they take this as, wow, that's a headline. There must be something seriously wrong. Here's the original video, and you can see Biden didn't wander off. He moves off to screen right to talk to one of the parachutists, to congratulate them on a safe landing, gives them a thumbs up, and then he gets pulled back by the fascist leader of Italy to join the rest of the group. He wasn't wandering anywhere. So the New York Post, remember, a straight news organization running with front pages like this, "Meander in Chief," they took that video that you just watched, a definitive answer to whether or not he was wandering off, and they turned it into this, tweeting this first, I'll show you. President Biden appeared to wander off at the G7 summit in Italy, with officials needing to pull him back to focus. And they tweeted this particular version of what you just watched with no explanation whatsoever about what the context was. And then, of course, they turned it into this front page that I've already read, that then gets taken by the goofy son of the ex-president of the United States, Don Jr., and he tweets this: "Joe Biden is an embarrassment to America. Pass it on." And then the lies that were told by News Corp outlet, New York Post, get taken and they run with it on Fox News, where the former Secretary of State of these United States under Donald Trump, he lies about it.
Thank goodness for Prime Minister Meloni, the Italian Prime Minister, who grabbed him and kept him from just walking off completely.
Right.
No, it certainly doesn't give, I think, any American confidence. And the contrast today between seeing, again, President Biden unable to perform basic functions to keep America safe.
And then mighty righteous man of God, self-proclaimed follower of the philosophies of Jesus Christ, a non-liar, Mike Pompeo lies and says, President Biden is unable to fulfill his duties because he's wandering off. He didn't wander off. You're a liar going on a liar show on a network of liars owned by liars who also own a disparate network, a satellite network of lie outlets. This is propaganda used to try to besmirch, to try to denigrate, to try to call into question the cognitive ability and just the general ability to lead of Joe Biden, which there is no issue. If you need to lie, if you need to make shit up to try to denigrate him, it tells you everything you need to know about the competency of Joe Biden, because this is a lie. This is a clear piece of propaganda. So every other moment that you've seen where there's deceptively edited video, where they cut it at a certain moment, or it's framed a certain way, it's this. That's what they do. And then they feed it out to the network of assholes who will lie for them, like the self-proclaimed Christian Mike Pompeo, who is nothing but a fascist liar POS, a bootlicking sycophant of the weakling Donald Trump, who has bent the knee, kissed the ring, whether that be the ring in between his butt cheeks or the ring on his finger, they've done so. They are shameless sycophants, absolute, just dignity-free lapdogs for one of the worst human beings ever created, Donald Trump. A cow. This is what shocks me the most. Maybe it's the most offensive. I don't even know what that means, but offensive to someone who served. Mike Pompeo served. He went to West Point. And he is just licking the butthole of a 5-time draft-dodging, physical weakling and coward, Donald Trump. Oh, his leadership is just magical. So I guess, simply stated, f*** you, New York Post, and your group of liars. If you just look at this, Biden looking up in the air, which would be him looking up at the parachutists coming down from the sky. Who wouldn't, if there's people falling from the sky with parachutes, would you not look up and, oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty neat. And they make it look like he's like a toddler. It's just disgusting. Not surprising, not shocking, but it needs to be known, especially of conservatives who may be on the fence, who may be thinking, yeah, Joe Biden is underwhelming in his ability, has a degraded cognitive ability. They need to see this, that this is just a lie. So maybe share this video with someone you know. If you got a friend on Facebook, make them watch the video, or at least explain these details to them. You can comment below. We can have a conversation there. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. If you want to help support this work, if you want to help me get to the truth here, disseminate the truth to the masses, I would appreciate it. For $2 a month, you can do just that. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month. You can also go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Follow me on social media if that's your thing. Give me all kinds of problems today. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. That's for another day, another story. Not great. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.